PT.1 Season 1.
Who we want to run with today?
You already know what it is. It's Young 7'9", Uptown's finest, Mount Airy's finest, Philly's finest, Hajim, Guan, whatever you want to call it. You already know what it is. Young Kur, coming straight out of Uptown. You feel what I'm saying? We 15 minutes from Uptown, so you know I feel that Uptown vibe. You feel what I'm saying? Let's get it. It's a good day, good Saturday. You feel what I'm saying? Let's get to it. And I'm saying this first on this interview. I was promoting Thurl. But how I'm about to do it is I'm gonna put Thurl out, a tape called Thurl. This is the first time y'all hearing this, right? I'm gonna put Thurl out, 14 songs y'all never heard, right? So don't worry about the leaks, don't worry about none of that. I'm gonna put out 14 songs, it's gonna be called Thurl in like the next 3 weeks, right? Then I'm gonna come up with Thurler, put that out April, May of 2024, right? So boom, I put Thurl out like the middle October. End of October, boom. I let Thurl put some visuals out. It's out, right? Cool. January come, I'm gonna let Thurl do like November, December, end of October. I'm gonna let that be Thurl. Then January come, middle of January, I'm gonna do Only If Y'all Knew, a tape called Only If Y'all Knew, 14 songs again. Then I'm gonna let that rock. So January, February, March, I'm gonna put out a single for Thurler. Thurl gonna be so crazy, but I just can't give it to y'all yet. So that's how I'm gonna do that.
All right, so we can expecting that like 2024.
Yeah, Thurl, but y'all could definitely expect Thurl, because I want to build this shit up. So y'all could expect Thurl a couple weeks.
And this the album, Thurl?
Yeah.
All right, any features on there?
I don't really be big on features, bro. I really kind of just be doing my own thing, just keeping my own bop for real. I don't really be caring about features. If it happened organically, yeah, but I be thinking if my shit's so hot and I'm getting so personal on my music, bro, I don't be wanting to share that moment with nobody else and putting them on the record for real.
Do you feel like Kur found his sound? Like,
yeah, hell yeah, for sure. I think that I'm like trying new sounds out so I don't get boxed out in one sound. But I'm really on the tip, just still trying to elevate this shit for real. Like, just elevate my sound. Like, I could just do so much with my voice, and I'll be kind of keeping it limited on rap, coming up with this flow, right? And it be the same flow. I'll be saying hot shit, but I just don't want it to get repetitive. So I got so much music, and people are like, why you don't drop? I think I'm my biggest critic for real. Like, I be just trying to make sure it don't sound like the last shit. Because I don't want to put out 10 tapes in a row that keep sounding the same for real. Like, that's just me. Dog, I just want to show the growth and the elevation and show just the growth in the records. Like, damn, dog, that shit sound more polished and its production sound better. And now I'm getting into the what's in it. I'm getting into like deeper detailed part of it. I used to not really give a fuck about what people thought, but now and it's really more for me than what people think, because I know I could put shit out and people would just eat it up, but I'm really trying to just take that shit to another level for real.
Do you ever get writer's block when you in the studio? Like,
yeah, hell yeah, all the time. I be having to tell myself, like, bro, you gotta go out and live a little bit, because I record every day. So then I had to pause, like, I ain't recording today. You feel what I'm saying? So that give me, and I don't record on Sundays. So I just be trying to just, balance the shit, bro, because you record so much, you're gonna talk about the same shit. Like, for I just did a song like 3 days ago, and I'm like, if I don't live a bit, then old bars I'm gonna recycle. Like, that's just really the truth, though. You doing the same shit. So, like, I always, to answer your question, I always get writer's block all the time for real, but I just push through it, though. Like, anything could spark me. Like, I look up some niggas on YouTube, and they might just say one bar, and I'm like, yo, he fucked that up. I gotta go in there, and that'll create a whole nother path for me for real.
If it wasn't for music, what would Kur be?
I don't know, bro. Probably working a 9 to 5. But then I'm like, no, I would have figured something out. I know it's easy to say now because I'm doing this, but I just know me and my ambition. Like, even when I said on the song Shites, like if this ain't work, I still would have got rich some way. I believe that, though. Like, I believe I still would have been doing something for real. Like, honestly, something. Even if it's fucking making beats, I would have did something, bro. Like, that would have kept me going or got me to the level I was trying to reach.
Y'all Kur never gave up. You've been dropping music. Like, you've been in the Philly scene for like 10 plus years.
Yeah.
Like,
I ain't gonna lie, bro. It's like one of those things where it's really like I ain't never give up, because I'm like, give up and do what? Like, take shit. Like, honestly, and yeah, don't get me wrong, I ain't boxing myself, and there's so much other shit I could do, but this what I fell in love with and want to do. So I know it's, you know, ups and downs in any game. So I'm like, bro, if I quit this, whatever else I do, this is my logic, right? If I stop rap and I want to do something else, right? It's going to be up and downs and that shit too. So you got to kind of just, you know, pick your battles for real. Like, what, like, you feel what I'm saying? That's how I look at it. Like, damn, it's going to be up and downs in anything you do. So keep that shit pushing, bro. Like, I just try not to let the little small bumps, and they don't even be small. Sometimes that shit feel like they big bumps, but I just still keep pushing through because I'm like, everybody, it's cliche to say, but it's always somebody's situation that's worse. So with that being said, it'd be like, I know that my music is sometimes an umbrella for people when it's raining. So at that point, I just rather, you know, I realize that a lot of shit don't be about me, but I'm talented and I got blessed with this gift to help other people go through their shit and get through their shit. So that's how I look at it.
What's the biggest sacrifice you made, like, to get where you at right now?
So many, honestly, friends, time, money. It just is a bunch of shit that come with trying to chase your dreams. And that's what I'm gonna really talk about on Only If Y'all Knew. Thurl, I'm gonna kind of dibble and dab on it, but on Only If Y'all Knew, I'm gonna give y'all that side, like, bro, the side that people don't really talk about. Like, it's easy to talk about the glitz and glamour, that's cool, I'm with that, but I'd rather get to the grit of when the business not right, or this not right, or that's not right, or da-da-da. You feel like each day that pass, you melting, and da-da-da-da-da. You feel like shit just not going your way, type shit.
Do you feel like Kur worked hard enough to even say, like, you a household rapper in the city now?
Yeah, hell yeah. I definitely put my work in. I think it's definitely more work I have to put in. For real. Like, I feel like in Philly, it's like, if you a hot rapper, people like, oh shit, because this is a rapping city. So it's like, yo, if you a hot rapper, it's easy for people to be like, da-da-da-da-da. To go to that next level, I learned, not late in the game, but I just learned that, like, yo, it gotta be hit records. That's what's gonna take you hits. Like, the rapping shit is cool, but it be Philly based. So it's like, do I want to be known? I had to really have this question, you know, this debate with myself, this talk with myself. Do you want to be Philly known and hot? Because you could, if that's the case, you don't even got to do too much. You could still continue to be hot. Or do you want to bust through that ceiling? And I'm like, no, it's time to bust through that ceiling. Fuck that.
Oh, that's real shit. Do you feel like Philly show you enough love? Like,
yeah, hell yeah. They the reason I'm still even, like, eat and survive. And when I go through slow times, my fans, my core fan base, like, my fan base, they hold me down for real, like, and they the reason that I'm surviving. That's why even on Thurl, this tape Thurl, I got a joint called Letter to My Fans, like, where I'm really, like, just saying, like, yo, like, even though I was going through shit, I knew y'all was probably going through shit and really needed me, because y'all come to me and for therapy, like, you know, it's therapeutic to listen to me type shit. So that's why I was like, no, bro, I gotta buckle down and make sure I'm there for them and make sure I can get them through the what's name. And the job this shit don't never stop. So I'm like, yo, I got a job I gotta do, and that's help people get through their shit. So regardless of what I'm going through.